Hello fellow haters of the blue, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Zero Skill, a series of videos where I try to find the simplest and fastest ways of getting amazing results for your miniatures. And in today's video I'm going to show you what I think is the best looking and easiest gold recipe you can find. It's just 3 very simple steps and you get an amazing looking gold. With everyone so excited about the lore update that has brought us the glory of the golden ladies, I thought it would be a super popular idea to make my own FEMSTODES shield captain. Here she is. I think she is badass, and please let me know how much you love her in the comments. I found the Stormcast heads fit really well. This head comes from the Warcry Questor Soulborn box, which includes 3 different female heads, all of them amazing. I just had to file the ball joint in the neck a bit and job done. Super simple. If you want to see how I painted her sword or how to approach painting female heads, I have videos for both in my Patreon, the link will be in the description. Now it's time to learn how to paint gold armor super easily, but before we get into the video, let me give a quick thank you to today's video sponsor, NordVPN. You don't need to be the emperor of mankind to know that internet security is very important. Just ask Magnus what happens when you don't have it. Why traverse the webway unprotected when those pesky eldars can just swoop in and steal your data? No. If you want to look for the elusive black library in your local spaceport, maybe download NordVPN and no one will be able to see what you are doing. Not even those sneaky harlequins, no. That solitaire guy just looks so sus. Or maybe just use NordVPN's ability to change your location so you can open and watch your Cadian streaming service. Well, maybe not Cadia, but what about Japan? It's amazing. NordVPN also has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not satisfied, you can get a full refund, no problem. If you want to get protected the same way the Custodes protect the Emperor, you can use the link nordvpn.com/Juan Hidalgo and get 4 months extra with your 2-year subscription plan. Thank you NordVPN for sponsoring this video, and let's get cracking. We have our lovely golden lady here, and it's time to start painting her. As you can see, she's already base coated all of the armor areas using Retributor armor. I used an airbrush because I don't have a spray, but you can just use the spray, it will be the same, or you can just base coat it using your brush. It also works just fine. I hope you can excuse that I don't have the other shoulder pad. For some reason I just can't find it, and I happen to have some of the new Terminator shoulder pads, so I just used that instead. I'm going to use my favorite drybrush set in the market. This is the ARTIFY DRYBRUSH 5-piece drybrush set. Amazing quality and very cheap. You can find it on Amazon. I will have an affiliate link in the description. Just know that I will take some money from your purchase. So if you want to support me, that's a good way to do it, and you will get an amazing set of dry brushes in exchange. It's a win-win. And our first step is going to be a dry brush using a 1-to-1 mix of Retributor armor and Vallejo Model Color Silver, or you can just use Modeler Silver. Both work well. If you can access Vallejo, just use a Stormhost Silver. The final result is going to be just as good. I just prefer those colors. Because this is a small model, I'm going to start with the size 5 of the set, which is the second smallest, and after rubbing most of the paint off on my wet palette to keep the moisture from the brush, I'm going to start highlighting my model, starting from the zenithal perspective and moving downwards. I'm going to go more sort of stippling more than dry brushing, just like that. You see, I am catching the upper facing surfaces of the model, and I want to be very aggressive with this color. I just want the Retributor, the pure Retributor armor in the shadows. here in the downward facing surfaces, I'm going to apply less and keep that motion through the whole model. So the parts that are facing upwards will have more of this dry brush, and the parts that are facing downwards will get less. Once I have like the general volumes and shapes, I'm going to move to the number 3, which is the smallest one, and I'm going to repeat the same process, but this time much more concentrated, and I can have much more control of what I'm doing because the brush is so small. So I'm going to basically refine what I've done with my previous step until I'm happy with the result. And finally, I'm just going to use pure game color silver for the final touches. And this will just be a very thin dry brush, concentrated on the edges mostly and not on the flatter surfaces. I just want to pick up the upward facing edges, main surfaces and stuff like that. Very concentrated on the upper sections and on the most prominent edges. This is when this kind of very small dry brush just shines because you have so much control. As you can see, I start picking up like general surfaces and volumes, and when the paint starts to run out, I concentrate on the edges. And now to shade this lovely pre-shade we have here, I'm going to use contrast paints, and this will be a mix of 1 part Gurgret Fur, 1 part Agaros Dunes, and 2 parts contrast medium. I'm going to apply this over all of the armor. And if you want to see a video on how to apply contrast type paints correctly, I will have it linked in the top right corner, if I remember to do it. And if not, just look for the correct contrast technique video on my YouTube channel. Once I apply the first layer, I'm going to go back and absorb any excess, as I usually do, just making sure we don't have too much contrast paint pulling up where we don't want it to be. I recommend you apply this to all of the parts of the armor, not just the golden ones, because this is going to provide us a really nice recessed shade, which is going to make painting the rest of the details much easier than if we just leave them without this layer on. The contrast paint is mostly dry and is looking quite decent. I really like how she looks, especially in the areas where it's like a targeted contrast application. For example, this section on her butt armor, where I push the contrast to one side to emphasize the TMM effect. It's really simple to do, and it really enhances the metallic look quite nicely. And now we are going to highlight this, and this is an optional step because it really looks fantastic as it is, and we could for sure stop here, but if we put just a little bit more effort, she's going to look absolutely stunning. So I'm going to start highlighting with the 1:1 of Retributor and Game Color Silver. I'm going to pick up any of the edges, especially on the shadow parts, and most of this lovely trim that the contrast paint so nicely shaded. We can also do some volumetric highlights here and there to emphasize the nice volumes of the armor. I especially like to do these optional highlights around the face and the chest, because that's the main focus area of the model. The rest of the model, it doesn't really matter, but around these areas it really enhances the overall look. And you can see that just with one small highlight we really get quite an intense and nice result. It really brings the armor all together, and it's a fantastic final step. With that highlight done, the model really looks much better, and I'm going to push it just one more step, because when we are painting TMM or true metallics, more contrast is always more better. And for the final highlight, you're just going to use pure Game Color Silver and just do some final touches just on the brightest part of the model. With some quick word on the rest of the details, my badass shield captain is finished and she looks amazing in gold. Overall, a super quick process, and with some easy additional steps as I've shown here, you can have an amazing looking army in no time. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget that if you like my videos and want to help me make them, you can follow me on social media. You have the links to all my social media in the description below and in the pinned comment of this video. Share and like this video, but most importantly, there is Patreon and channel members. Patrons and members allow me to do all the cool videos that I want to make and to keep releasing videos for free here too. Perks include access to an amazing Discord community full of lovely people, access to many more exclusive painting videos, and private one-on-one online tutorings. Help me enjoying the list of the coolest persons in the planet, including Mathix, Wandering Paria, Steofine, Kevin Frank, Brand G, Peter McIlroy, Quintan Go, TTSS Productions, Jay Hoover, Nicholas Acebar, Minis by Abe, Will Harris, Space Cat, Vangeline, William February Albeo, Jessica Curtis, Emily Queen of the Sloths, Nicholas Davis, Icon David, Pablo Cuesta, Benjamin Barber, Tom Posey, Pumpkin Hill, Chris Black, Matthews Babiuk, Andrei Mishensko, Aaron Miller, Jake Staines, Stefan Zimmerman, Andrew Walden, Tom, Dr. Mike, Martin Breveroa, Sheshwal, PJM, David Ridey, Matt Wallis, Cross24, Robert Macmillan, Mark Carter, Chester Ross, Matt Griffiths, Arkelaos, Tyler Hughes, Keith Gilroy, Old Man Gaming, Spicy Joe, Mark Watson, Hamish Donald, Matthew Lang, Iñigo García, Stavros Stavro, Shinji Guo, Mark Regueira, Romain as Miniatura, Just Rex, Joe Offoot, Dr. Cathaber, Angelos Alexou, Des, Rainer Hogbar, Mark Bellencoop, Felix Franke, Aaron Bernstein, Daniel Ramin, Phil Wahlberg, Terry Denham, Plunge, Beyond, Hobart Holville, Stephanie Owl, Painting Peter, Stephen Rockford, Chris Broga, Roger Nilsson, Oscar Jonathan Thomberg, Ning Nguyen, Dan Mako, Cristalios, Kevin Mian, Darcy Farrar, Natius Maximus, Aaron Dell, Javi Mota, Emma Patton, Adam Thaxton, Garnet Smith, Heather Anster, Mark Atkinson, Mike Jarvis, Fergal, Joe Simpson, Christoph Moret, G4, Dr. B, Barturi Mukahusa, Bernard Lindemann, Kieran Murther, Andrew Dyer, and Kevin Sullers. And as for me, I will catch you in the next one. Bye!